Hello everyone, welcome back to LewisFiction and welcome to MTV Spider-Man Season 2 Episode 9. If this is your first time watching the channel, make sure you go back and watch from Episode 1 or else the story will make no sense to you. But if you are all caught up and you're not subscribed at the moment, then make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to push to 10,000 subscribers. Let's try and get there by the end of the year. With that said, let's get straight into the episode. We open the episode with Peter at the top of the church. He sits there looking towards his hands. Thunder claps in the background and the night looks bleak. He realizes what he has become, the monster that has grown inside of him. He's cocky, arrogant, and he's treated everyone around him like trash. This will be a reflection on the season as a whole up until this point. Everything that happened with Indy and how it hurt MJ and Harry. He's treated them like they don't exist. And really, this entire time, he needed to be honest and open with them about how he felt. But he just closed off and blew them aside. First things first, this suit needs to come off. It's feeding on his anger, his resentment, his fears, his emotions, his love. Peter grabs his chest with both hands and pulls as hard as he could, but the symbiote fights back, as even with Peter's enhanced spider abilities, the suit doesn't budge. He tries again and again until he falls backwards into the bell. The vibrations and the frequencies cause the symbiote to scream out in pain as part of it dislodges from his face. Peter, also feeling the pain, realizes this is the only way out. The symbiote descends tendrils to the floor to hold him back, but Peter just about breaks free and slams his entire body weight into the bell. The symbiote screams even louder this time. He does it again and again and again, and the symbiote's weakest point, Peter grabs his chest and doesn't hold back. He rips as the symbiote dislodged from his body. He slams his fists into the bell once more as the symbiote starts dripping from his arms like goo. It falls as it descends to the bottom of the bell tower. Peter lay there with relief. It's over. He won. The black suit is gone forever. We then cut to Tyler Stone's office, and in enters Alex O'Hearn from the previous episode. Alex is furious that his best friend has been sent to Rikers Island, and believes him to be innocent. Something isn't right with him, and he just wants justice for him. Therefore, he will ask Stone for some tech to be able to break him out of prison. Stone obliges, but on one condition. After all, he can't have the tech for free. Alex will say he'll do anything to be able to get a chance to break his friend out of prison. Tyler Stone will say if he takes down Spider-Man. So many times he has tried to take down Spider-Man, but for some reason his resilience persists. The tech is all his for free, with no charge, if he takes down Spider-Man. Alex will think back. Spider-Man was also one of the reasons, along with the police, as to why Flint was sent down. Spider-Man gave Flint no remorse, and Tyler will say exactly. He will use this as his motivation to agree to the terms that Stone set out for him. We then cut to Peter entering Alchemax for his shift. He notices Gwen at the other end of the office as he goes to approach her to ask if she's okay. But just before he could open his mouth, Gwen will slap him across the face. Peter will ask what was that for, and she'll say, well, he left her last night by herself when Spider-Man and the Sandman were fighting. He should be ashamed of himself. Peter apologizes profusely, saying that he didn't know what he was thinking. Gwen will begrudgingly accept the apology, as Peter also notices Eddie is nowhere to be seen. He asks where he is, but Gwen will say she has no idea. She hasn't seen him today either. Peter thinks that's quite odd. Eddie is always the first and last person out of this place. He's obsessed with his work. But I guess after the disappearance of the symbiote, maybe he's down in the dumps. After Peter's shift is over, he makes his way over to his and Harry's apartment. He texts Mary Jane to meet him there, saying that he needs to talk to them both. However, on his way over, he's interrupted by police sirens making their way past him. Peter thinks great, just his luck, as he suits up and goes to see the commotion. His classic red and blue suit is back, and he's never felt better. When Spider-Man arrives, he comes across a man in a giant mechanical Rhino costume. Confused, the Rhino lashes out at Spider-Man, saying he wants his head. Spider-Man leaps and dodges around the Rhino's attacks, but the sheer strength and power of his oppressor makes this fight all the more difficult. Rhino is strong, but he's slow. Spider-Man will use this to his advantage and let the Rhino charge towards him and into a building, dodging out of the way. The Rhino gets stuck and can't remove himself from the building. This is when Peter finds a way to dislodge the man from inside, realizing it's Alex O'Hearn from ESU. Peter will ask who put him up to this, and Alex will say that he's not telling him anything. All he wants is his best friend back. Spider-Man will go on to ask as his suspicions lead him towards Alchemax, asking Alex if it has anything to do with the company, remembering back to the Spider Slayers in an earlier episode. Alex gulps and doesn't say anything, but Peter can sense he's on the right path. Alex is taken away by the police, as Spider-Man leaves the scene. After the commotion, he eventually arrives at the apartment and talks to MJ and Harry, and through everything that has been going on, apologizing for the way that he has acted and the way that he has treated them. He says that Indy's death made him close off, and he's realized how much of a jerk he's been to them, and that he's sorry. And thus, Peter's character arc is nearing its completion. Peter realizing through the actions of the symbiote his mistakes, and that the relationship with Harry and MJ and him needs to be repaired. MJ, after being more open to accepting Peter's mental state after Indy's death, is comforting him, accepting his apology, saying that he still needs to work on regaining her trust and rebuilding what they lost, but she's willing to give him a second chance. Whereas Harry is a little different. He's hesitant, saying that he's his best friend, but no best friend turns his back on them like Peter did. We get the sense that Peter and Harry's relationship is almost beyond repair. Peter understands this way of thinking from Harry and reassures him that he's going to do everything in his power to make it up to him. But the vibe we get from this scene is that it doesn't really matter to Harry. Harry already feels like it's gone too far. However, with that, the main bulk of the episode comes to a close. Peter may be free of his sins, but it's not over yet. In the dead of night, the symbiote has found someone else to get revenge on Spider-Man and Peter Parker. Through the shadows, a roar is heard across the streets of New York as we cut to black. Thank you very much for watching episode 9 of MTV Spider-Man Season 2. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you did enjoy. Also, make sure to comment down below what you think. On the left-hand side of the screen, you can see my pre-write for MCU Spider-Man College Trilogy. And on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see my pitch for a Marvel Spider-Man PS4 Origin game. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Thanks to the members for supporting the channel. You guys are absolutely awesome. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and peace.